Hey guys, and welcome to the most overpowered players ever. Today I'm going to show you some of the most OP players you've ever seen, and this is since Ultimate Team began. So yeah, let's go! So starting off in goal for the most overpowered players in the history of Ultimate Team, it is the Man City goalkeeper, Joe Hart. I mean, this guy every year on Ultimate Team is just insane, but for me last year on FIFA 13, he was by far the most overpowered goalkeeper on the game. Look at this triple save, insane triple save there by Hart, and yeah, he was ridiculous last year on that game. Next up though, in the centre-back position, as one of the most overpowered defenders ever, it is the FIFA 10 version of Everton's Joseph Yobo. This guy had ridiculous pace, 87 pace. This guy, you just could not get past him at all on the game. He was insanely overpowered on that game. Next to the right back though, guys, is Cicinho. This guy was a really good skiller, and especially for a defender, you know, this guy had 4-star skill moves on the game, and some of the long shots I scored with Cicinho, guys, and even skill runs, you know, they were so ridiculously good fun to use. He was so good and so incredibly overpowered though at the same time. You know, Cicinho was a very good fun player to use, but he was also stupidly overpowered for a silver right back. Then next up in the team, sorry, a big burp. We go with Ivan Cordoba. This legend from Inter Milan retired a few years ago, but what a player he was. I don't think he really ever got the credit he deserved at international club level, but he was a very good defender for them, and he 89 pace, very good defending stats there as well, and he was a god on that game. Next up in the team is FIFA 12, and it is Taiwo, one of the most exciting players on Ultimate Team. Look at that volley. I mean, holy shit, he was good. His free kicks, his long shots, his defending was really solid as well. And overall, you know, Taiwo was just an amazingly good fun player to use. He probably would be my favourite ever left back in the history of Ultimate Team. Next up, as the most overpowered CDM, we go with David Luiz. We thought he was overpowered as a centre back. He was even more overpowered as a CDM, and you could even use him as a striker. I mean, holy crap, he was overpowered. I mean, some of the long shots you could score with him were insane, and a lot of people did use David Luiz, by the way, as a striker when that man of the match card came out. Next up though, in the most overpowered players ever, we go with Hatem Ben Arfa, and this guy has on FIFA 12 he had an inform, and oh my god, his inform was ridiculous. 5-star skill moves, 90 pace, and couple those stats with the fact that he had a good shot, he had a good passing stat as well, and yeah, he was insane. This is actually my man Kazooie 94, really cool skiller, and yeah, I mean, this guy was amazing at skills. But with Ben Arfa, you could do stuff like that. I mean, 3 in a row, and he just demolished that defense. Kazooie doing his skilling as always, but yeah, really cool goal there by Ben Arfa, and he was just insane. I remember his inform, especially for his long shot. I mean, long shots were more prevalent in the past FIFAs, but still, Ben Arfa was a quality and very overpowered player in that game. Next up in the team is one of my favourite left mids, probably alongside Nene from PSG. It is Michel Bastos, and this was again another inform card, so we are going with 2 overpowered informs in this team, and yeah, this was just, you know, Bastos, he was just so overpowered. His left foot was a 1, and the amount of free kicks he scored with his left foot, guys, was just insane. Bastos was and will always be for me one of the most overpowered left wingers or left midfielders you'll ever come across on FIFA. He was insane. Then we go with the cam who really was the most overpowered cam maybe ever on Ultimate Team. It is Giovanni. This guy had such smooth skills and just scored so many long shots. It was insane. He scored so many goals from that kind of distance, and Giovanni will always be for me one of the most overpowered players ever on FIFA. In fact, he'd probably be in the top 5. I mean, look at the dip on that. Holy crap. Oh my god. Giovanni there, guys, in the team. But in terms of the most overpowered players, guys, do let me know in the comments below, who do you think is the most overpowered player in the history of FIFA? Comment below with their name, and I'll have a look at who got the most votes. But then we go with the player who Bateson used a hell of a lot last year. It is Alexandra Esvine, the striker who apparently isn't very good in real life, yet on FIFA 13 he was insane. I think he had 4-star skill moves, as you can see there, and he just really did tear teams apart, and will be remembered as one of the most overpowered / kind of sweaty players ever in the history of FIFA. Then we go with the final player in this team. It is Victor Ibarbo. Not really surprised this one, but a lot of you guys voted for this one, and he even has sweat on his forehead there on FootWiz. But yeah, there is Ibarbo, and he completes the starting 11 for the most overpowered players ever on FIFA. And yeah, Barbo there with the finesse goal, and he is just ridiculously overpowered this year. Another player, by the way, who isn't actually a striker in real life, he actually plays in the right wing position. But yeah, there's your team, guys. And more you think about this team, and let's go on to the bench. We start off with the team of the year Bastos on FIFA 12. He was insane, really defined a blue overpower card. We have Kevin Relas there, who looked like a cheap Ronaldo. We then go with FIFA 11 in for Marlos, and then we have the very overpowered cheap player. And this was actually my cheap Messi video I did last year. I love doing those kind of videos, hidden gems, and yeah, he was just so clinical on that game. I would love to go back and play Ultimate Team, guys, on previous FIFAs, so do leave a like button below if you want to see me play some retro FIFA. We then go with Adair from FIFA 14. He is just crazily good this year, and yeah, I do use him in quite a few teams. We then go with the final two players here. We go with the Runakone, and to complete the team here, guys, of the most overpowered players ever, we add the player here called Marcos Asensio. What a long shot he had. He was so overpowered. So who's the most overpowered player ever? Comment below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button below and subscribe for more, and see you tomorrow, guys.